guest, our favorite pop idol who just came back after taking her break. Girls and boys, let's welcome. It's been a while since you were here last time. How have you been doing?
I've been doing okay. I was just too exhausted.
ETHEREAL. This to me was so timely. You have your influencer promoting a product and it comes back to bite her when it's revealed that this product isn't what it claims to be. And for me, this represented the modern way of brand advertising on social media. You have people motivating others to purchase things that they're not even fully aware or conscious of the use of or what the result could be. And it's all about more likes, more promotion for myself in using this ad to promote you. I also get to promote myself. And it's so timely because that's the world we live in. It's everyone's doing it. And these are products that I feel like sometimes people may be using, but sometimes they're not really using. They're just using it to promote a specific lifestyle. And it, to me, represented what social media really is, which is not really a looking glass into someone's life. It's more so whatever I want to project for you to see. And you can see with this girl that what she's going through in her life is not clearly what she's projecting. And the pill is supposed to cause hallucinations. So then that had me wondering, is this whole thing a reality? Is this whole thing a hallucination? Is this a hallucination of her worst fear? Does she become so dependent on a drug that everything feels like a constant hallucination? It was so interesting because it was just like, the whole time I'm trying to figure out like, oh, is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it all of this? What is real and what's not? And I just thought that made it really interesting.
Ethereal, nice, interesting short. I like the way the short is all set on is all set in a dystopian future, which is really similar to the to our present, to where we live right now. Because in this short, everything is about the social media, having likes, going viral. These pills that are marketed in the short, they are viral, and that's basically what's happening nowadays. With all the social medias, we have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and everything else. So I love the concept, and I also liked how the plot developed, especially when the main character took the pills and started like a kind of psychological trip, a bit of a delusional trip, I would say, with these pills popping in the air and then herself fighting against the main character fighting against herself at the mirror with her inner self laughing at the main character. Probably because she's not happy enough, she's not living the best life she would love to live. So in the end, and then on top of that, obviously the beautiful cinematography and the usage of special effects, with the city and all the colors from the social media videos and the signs and the neon lights. I think it was very dystopic, but also very entertaining. So overall, a great short. Congratulations.
ETHEREAL. Great job creating this world and the landscape and like the special effects and this pop star who's sort of this influencer about this brand new drug. I thought that the story of it was really, really clever and really well done. It had a cool Black Mirror vibe to it. And I loved there was an area where they did this kind of toy box music that was a little creepy. And I just loved that. I thought that it was great. Great job on this.
ETHEREAL is really cool. I think first off, the effects are fantastic, and they really help to bring like this vision of the future to like, very kind of full life. The world building is really effective. It's kind of very scarily believable vision of the future. But there's also something really kind of retro about it, this specific on technology that it uses, which personally I think is really cool. And it's a really cool way of presenting the future as moving backwards and forwards at the same time. But as well as these effects, these great effects, you also kind of capture the aching sense of like loneliness of the central character, which it comes through very sensitively and effectively. It definitely does a great job of capturing like the horror of like your life being destroyed by the internet. And there's an interesting juxtaposition about like having literally seeing your life implode, but you're just sat in your bed. Like there's an interesting dissonance there in the age of like information technology and everything, which I think is really cool idea. That sense of disconnection to this future I think comes through really well, and also I think feeds into the hallucinations as well that happen later. That sense of disconnection from physical reality, and so I think it kind of folds its images and its themes and its narrative together really, really well. So I think it's very impressive.
Ethereal. Stunning art design right from the top. Just a very clear vision from the graphics, the flow and the pacing of a short-term span, especially with that the permeation of this very internet-driven culture of the future and of like the saccharine Gen Z sort of feeling. I thought that the set dressing was excellent in building that world, and all of the graphics and the world building were spot on. I knew exactly what tone, what feeling we were going for, and what world she was immersed in. I thought the lighting, the color scheme, that soft focus filter throughout, which could somewhat hint at the drug-induced state of the floating and the slight paranoia or uneasiness. It just made for that saccharine aspect, made for a great juxtaposition with the deeply troubling drug she's loaded with. Just this nice mix between futuristic AI pop star and Valley of the Dolls.
These reviews for Ethereal, they give us an amazing background story with this Yuri character. I love their special effects for everything. The city, the commercials, the ads, the technology, even the hallucinations, they were totally outstanding. It is bold and engaging. This could double as a drug addiction awareness campaign. It is so well done and so realistic. I had a great time watching this.
Ethereal, which from the get-go tells you that this drug is a little bit too good to be true. You were introduced to this retro 90s nostalgic vibe meets cyberpunk set in the present day world, and the color palette is very pleasing to the eye between the production design and the lighting aspect. You get sort of entranced by the world that is being built for you here. I loved the visual effects and animation that blended in with the production design between the ethereal pills themselves, certainly giving Matrix vibes at one point, to even having the butterflies flash in this little glamorous mirror light while they were on the wall. This film follows an influencer that has sort of dropped off of the map for a little bit of time and is in the process of having this comeback by being the face of this ethereal pill pitched to cure you from, your mental ails, when in reality it kind of brings you into this hallucinogenic madness. We soon get to see through our lead's eyes, and she is kind of warned about this before she goes to bed. There's a social media outbreak of this bad news. You kind of even see visual pop-ups happening between what she reads on the screen to what she's reading as she's going to bed. And she decides to not take these pills before bed. But at one point within the night, as her nightmares arise, she kind of succumbs to these nightmares and she rushes to swallow these pills, bringing her into this altered state that we inevitably get to see her in. And this play on duality is very striking here, and our lead does an impeccable job in displaying both of these sides of the same body, so to speak.